that intro might be familiar to people who have been around the channel for a while, because about exactly 3 years ago was the first time that Katerina and I came to Berlin. Mm-hmm. And during that trip, we took one morning where we did a photo tour. And I wanted to explore in today's video if in 3 years I've gotten any better as a photographer. And so we are repeating pretty much the exact same photo tour, and we are going to take similar-ish or try to replicate some of the photos as best as we can to see if my skills have improved, or is it my camera, or is it the lens? But I thought it'd be a fun experiment to look back at your old work to see how much you have grown, or if I've grown even at all, because hopefully I have. The biggest difference this time is we've already had at least one coffee. So we're gonna get to work while the light is still nice, and then we'll kind of talk about our way through. Actually, before that, you might have already seen some of the first shots. Last time I never talked about this, but the very first location that we went to was the Bode Museum. That museum is beautiful because once you get to the bridge, you can shoot all the way through the bridge and down the side of the museum, which has beautiful architecture. And at the very end, through the water, is the Alex Tower. So a really great spot for people to take photos. And it's pretty iconic. Pretty much every single photographer has a shot from that location from a different angle. But now we are at the James Simon Gallery, one of our absolute favorite locations, and one of my favorite photos I ever took. I actually printed one here, so I'll take that shot again. Probably won't be lucky with the white biker, the white bicycle driving by, but there's also one of Kat coming down the steps, which we're going to try to replicate right now. So we took our first couple shots in this area, but because we know the city so much better right now, we are trying to take some shots in this with this huge, beautiful space when normally this is covered with hordes of tourists, and the leading lines are beautiful. So we took a couple of those shots. But the really magical thing about this area is when the sun is shining through, which is way back up there. The sun is way back there right now. And when that happens, you get these beautiful light lines on the floor here. And unfortunately, the cloud coverage came through and it is not going away. Normally I'm really patient, but we've been waiting for maybe like 10 minutes already. And we need to get to our next location before we lose all of the good light. So did a couple good shots. Yeah. But I think we really have to move on. I think one of the crutches about photography sometimes is it's a good and a bad thing. You're patient, you're patient, you're patient, you're patient. But then in certain situations, you just wait too long at a spot and then you lose all the light for all the other spots. So we admit defeat for the absolute perfect shot that I was looking for. But I think we got a couple good ones. And we're hoping, I don't even know, the clouds are moving so fast that we still have some good light left at our other locations. So we will see. All right, so we made it to the gate. Now it's still pretty overcast, which is crappy because the sun is sort of back and up through there, and normally it would be blasting some light rays through the gate doorways there, and you get them beautifully shined onto the floor. Is that the right word?
What?
Like the light being shined?
Shone
onto the floor? I don't know. Oh my goodness. But in the original photo, we got that. And we have a picture of Kat walking through the gate, and she is tiny in it because I wanted the whole gate in there and having her walk through. And we also had some beautiful bikers going through. But we're going to try to take a couple shots here. It actually probably won't look as good as the original, and that just goes to show you that light is everything. So let's take a couple shots and see which ones we like better. Okay, so before we take our shots, I just wanted to say something real quick. The light's coming back, so that's good. However, the shot that I took last time is now being blocked by these new large garbage bins that the city has installed. So if you look at this shot here, last time the shot was taken somewhere from around here, and where that garbage bin is exactly where Katerina would have walked through last time. So now I have to change my angle, and that's just photography. So let's actually try to get one decent shot in this area. Well, today, I have to admit, has just gotten worse and worse and worse because the weather has decided to fully go overcast. And even though this image here looks actually quite beautiful, it's not very good for photos. It's very flat looking. There's not a lot of contrast, and I think with photos you want a little bit of that light, that contrast for some nice crisp sharp photos. And in our original video, this is where we sort of ended it. And this place is actually always really, really special because when we were here, after having that beautiful morning, taking all the photos, we were like, is it possible for us to one day live in Berlin? And now we do live here. So this is the Marie Elisabeth Lüde house. And this is actually going to be our last location, even though in the video we also went to a place called Tempeldrome. But that place, because the roof is all white and it needs light there, the roof and the pictures would just blend into the sky. So you need a little bit of that golden hour. So unfortunately, we're going to save that for a different day. Maybe I'll just make a separate creative photo, video, portrait shoot or something there. But that's pretty much it. What do you think? Do you think that the shots that I took back in 2020 were better? Or do you think today was better? The advantage is the light on that day was perfect golden hour the entire time. I think we're gonna call it the end for this video here today. What did you think about the Photo Tour V2 today?
I think we might have had better luck with the light last time, but I think because we know the city so well, we might have gotten some angles and shots that we didn't get last time. We just went for the obvious ones.
Yeah, and the one biggest factor actually is last time I was using the Tamron 17-28, so I essentially just got really wide type shots, and because the architecture and everything here played a big role in those photos, that was great. But in today's shoot, I found that we went for a few more creative portrait style as well. And so being able to zoom into 35, 50, 70 really give you a beautiful compressed portrait look. So I think we got a few nice ones. The morning was perfect with some beautiful light. I think we got some good shots there. But now it's just all blank. Even though from a vlogging and filming perspective, this light looks amazing because it's like we're under a huge, giant, overcast softbox. But that's pretty much it. If you want to know more about the locations that I shot at, leave me a comment. I'll let you know. Please comment on which photos you like best, the ones from 2020 or the ones from here. I'll label them all with numbers with the year so that we can, so you can kind of drop a comment below. But that's it. So please like, share, subscribe. There's a lot more to come. We have a few trips planned to Greece, and we're going to showcase some really beautiful things there. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. And as always, live passionately and stay inspired. Say bye.
Bye.